Right at the end. Yeah,
Good.
it's a good one.
Welcome to the Daily Bone podcast, where we discuss all things crypto market, including the hot market. We got Bitcoin ripping. We got basically the entire crypto market ripping. We're gonna break it all down. If you're listening to us on Twitter Spaces, we're live. Make sure to give us a like, a retweet, a comment. Helps us get boosted in Nikita Beer's algorithm, the ever-changing algorithm, which appears to maybe be back on track. Maybe a little.
It seems fixed.
Yeah. We're also live on YouTube if you want to go check us out there at the Daily Bone.
Yep, and live on Zora, Kick, Rumble, Party, and Instagram Live.
Well, I just got told that that we're having problems streaming to Zora. Very interesting. So but we are live on YouTube, so make sure to go check us out. Well, no, we're not streaming on Pump. We stream on Zora. This is from a person named Cross-Platform Monetization. So he's like, "Yo, you got to stream everywhere. You got to stream
cross-platform. You're not live on TikTok."
We're gonna break down the crypto pump today and what's going on. Is it a fake out pump, or are we back? We're also going to break down some upcoming plays, what to look for, and maybe some prediction market plays. I've been all over that, and I've been getting kind of rinsed. So I'm going to ask Easy for some prediction market advice. This is Chris Coffee. Got it. He can't change accounts. All right, we're going to get the show on the road. Easy, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pissed because I was like too lazy to figure out how to buy XMR when you were talking about it when it was like $300. I was like, it feels like Easy is right on the money with this type of stuff. But my dumbass forgot
to become 100% gain on infinite size.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh shit. Okay. Like that was a pretty clear one. You know, the one when it was a clear buy was actually, and you had multiple chances, like when Zcash dumped.
Yeah, and that dumped, the 10-10 dump, you could have actually got a better entry. There was like a consolidation after too, when like everyone was dunking on Mert. It all sold off. But yeah, the XMR trade was like a no-brainer. I didn't buy enough. I only bought like a few grand. I'm still holding it, but I was like, I didn't size in as much as I probably should have. I put like 3 to 4 grand in, I think a little less than 4K. So like I didn't make like crazy bread on it, but I'm still holding it. I still like the XMR trade. Like if the privacy meta is like a thing this cycle, I'm confident that we will see a run from XMR that outpaces Zcash. Just because the friction is bigger and there's no like, you don't have that overhang risk of like a team or anything. Like it's just a privacy coin that works and is truly privacy.
Yeah. How much of this Zcash pump is due to Mert? Like if we take Mert
a lot more than we probably realize.
Like if Mert had not talked about this at all, would Zcash be above 350? Like, dude, he started chilling it. Well, we had Naval and Balaji.
Yeah, also Naval, Balaji, and Arthur Hayes, maybe.
Arthur Hayes. I mean, that guy
washed.
He's actually washed. Arthur Hayes does not have as much motion as he used to. Yeah, he's unk now.
He unk.
He unk for sure. Pio was like, yo, dude, Arthur Hayes is bullish on MicroStrategy. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Arthur Hayes, you're grasping at straws here, buddy. All right. I actually have, and I have a couple of trades I wanted to talk to you about, Easy, that I've been rattling around in my head. I've been thinking about the meme coin trenches. I got into a meme coin last week that I'm very pissed about. I took financial advice from our very own Eli, and I'm down like way too much money on it. I did not risk appropriately, but it was like through the FOMO app, which I don't really want to use because I just keep losing money on it. So
I haven't actually signed up for FOMO. Someone asked best mobile trading was, and I was like, FOMO. They're like, do you have a ref? I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually used it.
Dude, I shit on Ray a lot for shilling this, but Project X is I actually don't trade that much on mobile. Rarely do I
trade
trade
a lot
on
mobile.
So well, the problem with FOMO app is like it has fees. It has, I think, it takes 0.5% from every transaction.
Yeah, half's better than the trading terminals though. They take 1%.
That's true. Yeah, so I mean, it's not bad, and it's like all cross-platform stuff, so it's great.
That's the bigger thing that I'm like interested in is I can go and buy something on Base or something on like basically anything, right? Like that's way more interesting to me.
It'll take your Solana on USDC, and you can buy a base coin or a monad coin. Yep. So it's really cool. And I think, dude, they're having a pretty big run. So okay, I'm gonna do the weather report, and then I want to talk about FOMO app a little bit because it's part of my thesis for meme coins coming back, and therefore for Pump to go back to at least.
I think Pump is a no-brainer.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get into it. I'll take it away with the weather report real quick. Chat about what's going on here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday, January 14th, and it's a beautiful day. It is an absolutely beautiful day. We got Bitcoin at 95.5K. Oh my God. Looking fantastic. We got Ethereum at 3,300, outperforming Bitcoin, outperforming all the majors. Ethereum outperforming all the majors. It's up 5% on the day. We got Solana at 145, also looking strong, but weaker than the other majors. Where's Hyperliquid? Hyperliquid up 6% to $26. Anything else notable? What's the top mover of the day? Let's look. Dash. What the hell is Dash? Easy. Do you know what that is? You're muted.
It's another privacy coin.
There you go. Another privacy coin. This one's market cap is just below $1 billion. Looking over at the past 24 hours, the total crypto market cap added $150 billion as over $600 million of short positions were liquidated. Bitcoin ETFs broke a 4-day outflow streak with $117 million of net inflows. Michael Saylor, I think, is genuinely buying the shit out of Bitcoin right now, and that's what's causing a lot of this pump, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Next up, tokenized equity adoption hit a new high after reporting over 800 million in monthly volume. Top traded equities include Exodus, Tesla, and Apple. Finally, silver hit another all-time high. Silver's at $90, dude. The U.S. Mint has suspended all sale of silver products due to excessive demand and price of metals. Are you kidding me? Well, there you have it. I mean, the lining's on the wall for Bitcoin to go on a monster run here. But there you have it. We have the crypto market running hot, precious metals running hot, the S&P running hot, Donald Trump flipping someone off in a car factory yesterday. Don't say we're not having fun. That's all for the weather report. So easy. I want to talk a little bit about the Pump.fun trade. I initially had a long at 2.3 billion FDV that I cut when Alon tweeted because I was like, okay, this is like still weird to figure out, but I'm back in it. I bought in last night, this time with isolated margin, not cross margin. And I also bought some spot. So I'm still getting used to trading with leverage. So I think I took a 3x leverage with $400. So my position's worth like $1,000. So nothing crazy. And then I bought a few $1,000s in spot. So I was looking at it last night, and you tweeted about the Pump.fun volume, right? Easy. That Pump.fun volume is
it's all-time high today. PumpDex all-time high today.
Can you send me a Dune dashboard for that?
It's on DeFi Llama is a better place to view it, just because that gives you just PumpDex.
Got it. So this is PumpDex. So this is Pump Swap.
Pump Swap.
So you say it hit a new all-time high. That's not tracking. This is DEX volume. So it wouldn't, for example, it wouldn't have data from like November 2024.
Correct.
So,
correct.
But wow. I mean, that is this is a crazy number here. They did over $2 billion in volume yesterday. Dude, how is this thing not back at all-time highs?
I don't know.
The problem, bring down. Sorry, I'm changing the title. So the other thing I was looking at is if you look at fees.pump.fun, everyone was talking, like everyone all of a sudden is like, yeah, so buybacks, we don't care about that anymore. But 4 months ago, everyone was talking about the buybacks. Dude, yesterday they bought back $1.6 million of their token. They haven't done that much since October 6th. And back in October 6th, when they had bought back like $1.7 million of their token, they were at a $7 billion FTV. And you got Elon tweeting. I'm like, okay, this is a pretty easy no-brainer for anyone that is looking for a trade and riding this with me. Yeah, back in October 7th was when they last bought $1.7 million of their token, and it was at a $6.6 billion FTV. Obviously, we had 1010 after that. So, but that's like up here, dude. If you go back, that's up here. And then since 1010, it was just kind of on this downswing. But it looks like Pump may have found its bottom. I think part of it is a success of FOMO app. I really think FOMO app is going to be one of the big breakout apps of the of 2026. I've been on it. It's basically like social, the purest case of SocialFi. People are sharing. People are just farming copy traders on there. Easy. It's a way for influencers to buy coins, get copy traded, and then not have to worry about like shilling their bags. It's indirectly shilling their bags. Thread guy will buy something, Dip Wheeler will buy something, and other people will copy trade them, and then they can just dump. So, any thoughts? You agree with the Pump longies? You said it's a no-brainer.
I think the pump long is a no-brainer. I also think you're wrong about the FOMO app just being a copy trade paradise. Like, to be honest with you, copy trading has always existed, and I think it's always going to exist in some capacity.
Yeah, I think copy trading, dude. The social sentiment of trading is what makes it fun. I never understood why people were like hating on Frank. Frankly, why Frank was like, "Yeah, I'm taking down my copy trading wallets or whatever." This is the most. The whole copy trading wallets was just weird. This is just a pure form of it, and it's a cleaner UI. I like copy trading. I'm like, dude, I'll copy trade people because if I like someone as a trader, I'll copy, and their trading styles, they don't have just dump on me. I'll follow what they're doing. They probably know better than me. And FOMO app is doing what Vector could have done. I remember I was using Vector back in the day, and it was fun. So yeah, I'm a fan of FOMO app. Have you had any?
Yeah, I think you like need to be okay with the copy trade aspect. Like, I think Rasmer actually had a really good clip on it where he was like, "You look like copy trading. You kind of like say like, oh yeah, this is bad. Why would I buy this?" But you also look at coins that good people are in, and it's like, oh, this person never sells. This person always sells. Like it is a factor. Spudo just made a app called Scan, which analyzes holder data and like how likely they are to dunk or nuke the chart. And I was like, this is pretty interesting. Yeah, Colescan.io. So this is what Spuno vibe coded. And also, I think we're gonna see like more of this, which I'm like really interested in. Is like you find stuff that's like inherently interesting to you, and you go and make it. So he built this site that gives you what the market cap is, how likely somebody is to hold something based on their previous hold times, top 30 holder supply, wallets, all this other stuff. I haven't used it yet. Cool. Somebody launched a token for him, obviously, but it's at like 20K. Shocker. But I saw this and I was like, this is cool. Like, this is pretty cool. So I think you're going to see more of this where like, this is basically like, okay, who's in the coin? Who am I copy trading? Will they dunk? Like, will they nuke the chart? Is it bundled heavily?
Yeah. there was a coin made for it.
Yeah. He basically said too, like, I'm not going to launch a coin, but if somebody else does, I'll claim the fees to use it for
yeah, he claimed it, made $4,000, and the coin's at a 6K market cap.
Yeah.
You like that stuff. I mean, yeah, dude. People vibe coding stuff for the trenches is interesting. I think the trenches are in an interesting spot. To be honest, this is the first time I felt I see people making money. I think you made a fair amount of money on anime, something real anime.
PsyOp anime. Yeah, it did a 200x from when I shared it.
It's because Elon followed the page.
Yeah, and I just like the content. I mean, I sold
That's
at 5
creator
mil.
coin. That's a creator coin.
What?
That's a creator coin.
Yeah. Yep. It is a creator coin. Yeah.
It's done in. I think if I had seen that one easy, actually, that's a trade I would have taken 100% because that's a.
So I had take profits at like 3, 5, 7. My average exit was like 5.2 mil. And I was kind of pissed because I was like, oh, this will take a while to get to. I just set it and forget it. I was outside. One of the horses ran through a fucking gate. So I was dealing with some bullshit. And all of a sudden I get a text from somebody who's like, holy shit, PsyOp anime is at 20 mil. And I'm pissed. Because if I saw the Elon follow, I would have canceled the take profits.
Yeah.
Because I knew it would have just kept going. Like, that's when you just like let it see how high it goes and sell on the first pullback to at least take initials. And I was like, God damn, dude. Like, it just absolutely sent. And I took profit a little bit too aggressively. It was a 10x. So I did well. I did well on it. I was not like mad about buying in and sizing in. But once again, it could have been more. Could have been 20, 30x. But beggars can't be choosers. The trenches are certainly back in some capacity. I've been having fun with it. I've been trading again on the trench side of things, especially because like the prediction market stuff, I'm taking it a little bit slower because I'm trading these like weekly markets instead, where like this app I made, I feel like I have some level of an edge. And this week we're going to find out. There's a pretty close market on it that I'm like, all right, let's see. Let's see.
What are you looking at?
I'm only trading Netflix markets.
Netflix market. So you trade what the trending TV show is going to. Can you break
What's
down
going to
that
be the
website?
number one show and the number one movie?
And what is your website doing to track that? The people we meet on vacation.
It analyzes 35 different data points. So like I really nerded out on an algo for it. Last week, so what I believe that's last week's. Yeah, so if you scroll down, last week we absolutely crushed last week. This week it's gonna be the rip. That's like if you can get that under 85 cents, you absolutely fucking hammer it. Like it comes out Friday. It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, and Netflix is all in on pushing it. So I'm like, yeah, this is gonna absolutely dominate this week. The TV show market's the one that's much closer. So you have His and Hers, which I watched. Good show. But Netflix is pushing His and Hers pretty heavily with like some memes and stuff. So a lot of people speculate that this will be number one again this week. But Agatha Christie's 7 Dials is the show that I'm on for this week. I think that'll end up taking number one.
His and Hers. Interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of these.
His and Hers was really good, and Runaway was both of those were really good. So last week, Runaway was the exact same setup. Runaway was at 55 to 60%. His and Hers was at like 45. This model said His and Hers was going to win. It was like His and Hers is underpriced here. We think it's going to go higher. I bought His and Hers and ended up winning the site like pretty convincingly. So it'll be interesting to see if it does it again this week, because if so, it's like, holy shit, okay, we got something. Like, we really got something with this model. If it loses, it loses. I'll still be slightly in the profit because I've got some decent fills on some other stuff. What's interesting, though, is the global TV show. And yeah, it's low volume. This market came out yesterday, and they tend to...
Bro, it's insane that this doesn't have much volume. Like,
so it'll end up... This market will end up with like 150, 200K. It's like
the fact that this doesn't have like... So I think you tweeted about this, that basically the prediction market claim like it's the funnel process for prediction markets starts with sports, right? Sports gambling or whatever it is, and they're just destroying that niche because it's just better odds, right? You're gonna get better odds.
It's also easier for people to understand.
Yeah, for me it was hard. It always being like the minus 300 plus 150. I was like, what percentage chance do they have to win?
Yep.
And I think with sports, I mean, you look at Raptors versus Pacers tonight, a random ass NBA game has 800K in volume, right?
Yeah.
But that onboards people, and then they go look at the news, or they look at like Super Bowl champion has $670 million in volume.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, a ton. And that's so, dude, what's even crazier, though, is go to the breaking markets. There's stuff in there that like is just absolutely flying on some of these. Like, some of these markets are like Iran strike Israel stuff tends to be pretty good.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
pretty dark. But I'm just saying, like, those volumes are pretty large. Like, the supreme leader of Iran out by January 31st has $22 million of volume. US strikes Iran by has 22 million. Go to trending. Sorry, trending. Because that we can just see it. Trump acquiring Greenland is sitting at $8 million of volume.
That's wild.
So, like, these markets, people start to become more aware of, like, oh, this is interesting. Like, I want to take a play on this. The mention market, there's one mention market that I think will end up doing like the highest volume of all time ever. It's Trump's State of the Union address. It's happening January 31st. The State of the Union is huge, right? Yeah. So right now it's at about 18,000. So it's not a ton right now. Oh yeah, late January, early Feb. So this is the market that I'm like closely watching, just purely volume based, because I'm like, okay, this is going to be the most anticipated mention market of all time. And it's the one that I think a lot more people are now going to watch because they're going to bet on what he's going to say. Like, that to me is interesting. But the markets I'm most interested in are going to be the ones that are like The Bachelor, Love Island, stuff like that. Because, dude, you have like 4 or 5 girlfriends, and each one of them is going to make you rewatch it. So like, you got to be like, you're going to obviously have to have some financial incentive.
So I watched. My biggest prediction market pill was when I was watching Dancing with the Stars like 2 months ago, and I was sitting there, and there was a poly market thing that was created for. It had no volume, like less than $5,000 volume. I was like, what? And I'm watching Robert. The only thing I cared about was his prediction market thing. I was like, wait, Robert Irwin has like a 50% chance to win only, and he was crushing it. I was like, I would bet on this guy. I didn't take the bet because I hadn't figured out how to use a VPN yet. But if I had taken it, I actually think in like 2 years, those will have millions of dollars in volume. In college, I was trying in my attempt to become closer to some women. They were all playing, this sorority was playing the Bachelor. It was like March Madness Bachelor.
Where you pick your team and who lasts. Yeah, we did it in college too.
Dude, that's going to be like predicting who gets a rose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like massive, dude. I think it's going to be much bigger than people realize. Like, those are the things that I'm like interested in. And it's why, once again, like, I like these Netflix markets because a lot of these like political markets and stuff like that are very skewed, sadly, because there are insiders, right?
Yeah.
The Netflix markets are purely data driven. It's numbers on a screen that drive it. So if you can figure out a good forecasting model based on like pre-speculation, trailer views, Google sentiment trends, like all this data points that I'm aggregating, you can get a fairly decent odds or edge as to what's going to happen, right? So I'm like, yeah, this makes a lot more sense. And for somebody to skew this data, they would need to go and have 100,000 Netflix accounts watching the show constantly. That's $1 million cost at $9.99 a month. There's not $1 million of volume on these markets yet. So it's not financially worth a user to go and bot these streams. So I'm like, perfect. Someone said, how do you learn to aggregate data? I have a software development background. So like, people don't realize that I have a degree in software development. It's not, I don't write a ton of code, but I ask a bunch of really analytical questions and go back and forth on like model analysis, and I'm constantly tweaking it. For context, my GitHub has like 400 pushes in the last like week of me just fine tuning this fucking model to try to be more and more accurate as I can. And like, it's only 2 weeks old at this point. It's only our second market. So by the end of the year, I think my hit rate will be crazy. Like, I think I'll have a very good idea of how some of this works. And for context, like, I was hammering Golden Globe bets. The model went 23 of 25 on the Golden Globes and missed the very first market and the very last one. And that was it. So I was like, okay, we did pretty fucking good. We have the Grammys coming up in February. But for me, the way I look at prediction markets is like anything, you need to just focus on a niche that interests you and go all in on it. Like, go all in on it. It's the same thing like what you've said about content creation. Find an ecosystem and just be all about that and then spread out after. So it's like, for me, I realized these markets were the ones that I was the most interested in purely because it's like, okay, these markets feel like where I can still have an edge and actually make a play without blowing up the port even further and start to claw back. And like, we loaded up 1,000 last week, made $800, and I was like, okay, there's something here. Like, we were early on a few of these. We'll know in a couple days how we do on this next market. But I'm like, I feel good about it. And I'm interested to see if the model continues to pan out how I think it should.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm excited about it. We got Barreled Forever saying this space goes from dumber and dumber. We have a bunch of squirreled brain MFers. And then he's talking about us leverage trading. You know, some people are still down in the dumps on crypto Twitter, despite us being with beautiful price action. I got, you know, we should have kept. Were you on? No, you weren't on the show when Kix talked about the Logan Paul Pokemon card sale. That one had a lot of volume. I was looking at that when Kix was talking about it, and it's selling over like 8 million. I was like, yo, we should
had a
take
good post about that. He took yes on over 8 mil and over 10 mil.
I should have done that. I was sitting there. I didn't have the balls to do it.
I mean, over 8 mil looks like a surefire bet right now.
Yeah. I only did like over 5 mil, I think. But
Polymarket's predicting a 12.3 mil sale.
Insane. Absolutely insane. So shifting gears a little bit, easy. We have the crypto. I want to talk briefly about crypto price action. You think the bottom is in here on, do you see another pullback happening? Or are we going to like on the technicals? Where are you seeing this? What different scenarios are you weighing here?
I don't know. I mean, if we strike Iran, that's obviously a concern. Like, war is never really the best thing initially. So I'm kind of just like, we'll see. Like, I don't really want a pullback personally. I think Trader Main's been one of the best to follow for a lot of this stuff. He's been saying pullbacks are for buying towards 105K on Bitcoin, which feels good. We've officially flipped back over the lows. 94K has been that number I've continued to say, like, let's hold over it. We got a great candle over that. This looks like a bottomed out chart when you consolidate in this range and now make a new upward move. The thing now next is like, okay, do we make a lower high in that 105 range, or do we break past 110 for a move much higher? You know, like that's the thing I'm most interested in. It'll be tough to say, really. Like it'll be tough to see what's going to happen here. But if we get a move over 100K, the whole market theoretically should rip. Sold back above 160, 170. ETH probably at like $500-$600. Zcash probably moves back up to like 5. I don't know. Bitcoin over 100K is going to be good, especially because alts have been showing more signs of life.
Yeah. MicroStrategy appears to have found its bottom. I know people don't really care too much about the stock in general. I've spent so much time with PO and Michael Saylor, dude. There's people. So Michael Saylor's offering an 11% yield a year that you can buy into with, I think it's Strike or no Stretch.
Yes.
So Stretch. And people buy into that, and every time it goes over $100, he just sells more of those shares. Just dilutes
it, and then he gives a dividend back.
I think he's just buying Bitcoin with it, and he's just buying. He's the one that's buying this right now. MicroStrategy, as much as PO has gotten hate for it, it's up. It might have bottomed out like 155. It's up 5% today. It's been outpacing Bitcoin on the year by almost 2x. It is, whether or not you like MicroStrategy or not, it is a pretty big. It's the biggest buyer of Bitcoin. So that is interesting. I'm seeing Elon addressing Grok allegations on Twitter. I'm like, what is going on?
What does he say?
He's like, I'm not aware of Grok creating naked underage images on Twitter. I'm like, God, Elon. Like, what kind of shit is Grok getting into?
Grok just causing problems, dude. Grok is just causing problems.
Grok is so disobedient. It's so disobedient. Easy. Have you used, this is a complete tangent. Have you used Claude co-worker or whatever?
No, not yet.
Well, I'm curious to get your thoughts when you start using that.
The thing is, it's only on Mac, and I work on a PC for the majority of the day. So it's like, if I'm gonna use it, I would have to do it from a laptop, because I write like almost all my code from a PC.
Got it. Interesting. All right. Well, anything else you find interesting in crypto? Dude, I saw this Polygon announcement. Polygon is acquiring a bunch of they're basically trying to become the stable coin infrastructure chain, which is fascinating. Yep. People are saying it's like Tempo, which is that corporate chain by who launched it?
Stripe, right?
Stripe. Polygon is, I looked at the coin. Polygon's only a $1.6 billion. Is that a $1.6 billion market cap? And I'm like,
yeah, Tempo's incubated by Paradigm and Stripe.
Should we just buy Polygon? I feel like I feel like
I use Polygon every single day.
That's what I'm saying.
Think about that.
So it ran on this news. It's up 30% off the bottoms. Dare I say Polygon is one to watch for. I saw it at $1.6 billion. I was like, wait, what? I was expecting it to be like 5x bigger. So maybe this poll token is interesting. I don't know. I want to put it on people's radar. All of these coins look fantastic. I'm down on my XRP, which I feel really dumb about. May have bought the top of that, but yeah, I mean, look, we got bright skies ahead. Things seem to be recovering. But I think that's going to do it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Make sure to catch us on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter Spaces. Give us a follow. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Catch you guys tomorrow. You all tuning in.